Hi everyone and welcome back to Good Stuff For You, where we're rating things on good stuff for you. So today we're going to be talking about another Disney animated movie soundtrack, and today we're not doing Frozen 1, but Frozen 2. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to rate all the songs on a scale from 0 to 100, 100 being the best, 0 being the worst, and 50 being about average, meaning I don't care if I listen to it one way or another and I don't really have an opinion on it. And then after that, we're going to be talking about the entire soundtrack as a whole and adding up all the points, and then we're going to be talking about the most bang for your buck, so how much points per minute and also per song. And then we'll compare it to the two other film soundtracks that we've listened to so far, Frozen and Moana. So the first song in the Frozen 2 soundtrack is All Is Found, which is the beginning song that Elsa and Anna's mom sings to them. And this is a good intro song, so I gave it a 67 out of 100. I gave it a 67 because yes, it is a good opening and it's very quality, but I find it a little bland and a little boring, but it's overall very good. And also it provides a lot of really unique kind of Easter eggs and foreshadowing to what the rest of the film will be. So I think it's very good and it's a very quality song, so I gave it a 67. The next song is Some Things Never Change. This one's a really interesting one for me because when I first saw the film, I was like, this one's fine. In fact, I didn't even like it that much. But as I kept on listening to the soundtrack over and over again, it grew on me so much just because it's a super fun song and gives a lot of happiness and joy to the film. And the lyrics are really great, and I think it's super funny when Olaf is saying, and you all look a little bit older, right to the camera, kind of talking to the audience. So I think it's a really fun and creative song that really sets the tone for the rest of the film. The next one that we did was Into the Unknown. This one is an absolutely spectacular song. I gave it an 88 overall. Elsa's voice in this song is absolutely incredible. The way that she hits these spectacular high notes so strong and so powerfully. It just really gives it a lot of oomph, and since it's so early in the soundtrack, it tells you the exact kind of quality that you can be expecting for the rest of the film, and that's exactly what it does. So it's very, very good singing, and also it sets a great tone for the rest of the film, and that's why I gave it an 88 overall. Now the next song is When I'm Older, which is Olaf's song, which is a real disappointment, honestly. I'm not the hugest Olaf fan in the world, but this one I just don't like at all. I gave it a 33 overall. So why did I give it such a low rating of a 33 overall? Well, I don't think it's that good of a song to begin with, and it's a pretty average to below average song, but then it has this scream midway through, which is just absolutely terrible and ruins any potential that the song could have as a whole. The singing is fine. Josh Gad he's fine, but the lyrics just aren't that creative, and I just feel like it's kind of a throw-in song that they also ruined with the scream, so it's just not good. I don't like it. When it comes on the soundtrack, I'd rather skip it to get to the better songs, so that's why I gave it a 33 overall. The next song, I combined two. I combined The Reindeers Are Better Than People from this one and Lost in the Woods, because Reindeers Are Better Than People is kind of an interlude into Lost in the Woods. I absolutely love this song. Now I know that some people really aren't that much of a fan of it, but I'm a huge fan, so I gave it a 90 overall. So why did I give it a 90 overall? Because I know a lot of people don't like it. I chose a 90 overall because the lyrics are really, really good and really, really funny. It's great to just sing along to. And the voice of Kristoff is a very strong singer as well. And I personally really like the power ballad style of music. So that's why I gave it a 90 overall, because you can really feel what Kristoff is feeling, and it just adds so much more. And I'm so glad that they gave Kristoff his own song, because he is so, so, so good. So that's why it's a 90 overall. Now the next one is my personal favorite from the soundtrack, which is Show Yourself, when Elsa is in the cave and looking around and stuff. This one is spectacular. It starts off a little slow, but then it picks up so quick and so powerful. The chorus of Show Yourself is absolutely spectacular. And then towards the end of the song, when the mom appears and they start singing together, it just gives me chills. It is absolutely incredible. I love this song so much. It's great to sing along to. The lyrics are really strong and powerful, and Elsa does a spectacular job of singing and hitting those notes so strong and powerful. And then when the mom comes in, it just puts it all over the edge for an overall spectacular song. And the final song is The Next Right Thing, the song that Anna is singing. This one I think is a really underrated song personally, but it's pretty good. I gave it a 68 overall. So why did I give it a 68 overall? I gave it a 68 overall because you can really feel the power and emotion with the singing of Anna. It's just really good, and her singing I think is really underrated. It's really powerful, and you can just feel every single emotion. It didn't get as high just because the lyrics just aren't as creative, and it's a little bland. So I thought a 68 overall was a pretty good ranking for it. Now, I didn't rank the final songs like in the credits and stuff like that done by outside artists like Panic at the Disco and Weezer because they aren't necessarily in the soundtrack, but personally I really like those. So the total ranking of all of Frozen 2 by adding up the points of all the songs is 515. So how does this compare to Moana and Frozen? This is significantly less than both of them, as Moana got 798 and Frozen got 651. Now, it was expected for Frozen 2 to get a lot less points because it only has 7 songs comparatively to Moana's 10 and Frozen's 9. But it really makes up for its total with a really strong quality per song. Its total song value was 73.57, which was the most by a full point compared to either Moana or Frozen. But what I found really unique about Frozen 2 as a whole, despite having less songs, the minutes were actually pretty substantial. It is a longer soundtrack than Frozen 1, even though it has less songs. While it is shorter than Moana, the total points per minute just isn't enough. It's 22.133 compared to Moana's 31.13 per minute and Frozen's 28.14. So as you can see, per song, it's really, really strong. But because the songs are a lot longer, it really takes a big hit in the per minute section. And also because it has less songs, it takes a really huge hit in the total points department as well. So per song, it is a very, very good soundtrack. And per minute, it is really good, but it misses out comparatively to Frozen and Moana. So here's my final ranking for all of Frozen 2. The first song with a 92 overall is Show Yourself because of the great vocals and the awesome moment between Elsa and the mom. Second, I have Reindeers Are Better Than People and Lost in the Woods with a 90 overall because its lyrics are super fun and super creative, and Kristoff does a spectacular job singing this awesome power ballad. And then third, I have Into the Unknown with an 88 overall because it's really strong and sets the tone for the rest of the film with really powerful singing and a great song. And fourth overall after that, I have Some Things Never Change with a 77 because its lyrics are super fun and creative, and it's a really upbeat and singable song that you just have a lot of fun singing along to. And then after that, fifth overall is The Next Right Thing with a 68 because Anna's voice is really good and really strong, and you pack so much emotion, but it wasn't able to get as many points just because it's a little bland. And after that, All Is Found in 6th place with the 67 overall points because it really sets the tone for the rest of the film with some really unique and creative lyrics within the song, and also it's very good music. And then finally, in 7th place, the worst one for sure, is When I'm Older, Olaf's song. It got a 33 overall because it's not that great of a song to begin with. It's kind of cliche and just doesn't really give as much as the other songs do, and also that terrible scream just ruins the rest of the song. So it already wasn't a great song, and then you bring it down with that scream. So that's why I definitely think it's a 33 overall. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be sure to come out with more soon. I'm thinking of doing Tangled next after this one. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for tuning in for Good Stuff for You. Stay good and we'll see you soon.